This is how to book a tee time. We're gonna have a little fun here. I'm gonna call golf courses from coast to coast in the USA. So we're gonna start out in Boston area. I'm just gonna pick a random course. Right now I have the map pulled up and I just searched golf course near Boston, Massachusetts. There's 5 easily that popped up right up front, but there's a whole map of them as you'll be able to see here when we overlay the screen. Now, if you're a beginner golfer, there's some things you want to look for. First of all, a country club you want to avoid. Starting out as a beginner golfer, a country club, they're paid memberships and it's members only. So if you don't belong to a country club already, you're probably not going to have access to that. Plus, that tends to be where the golf snobbery is more at its peak. So we're going to look for something like a municipal course, or that's kind of like the, hey, we are all part of the city or this area type of golf course. I see right here, Robert T. Lynch Municipal Golf Course. Now, we want to make this fun, so I'm not just going to call the places that, of course, would book us a tee time. I want to call these places and ask them a question, kind of 2 questions. 1, how do I book a tee time? I'm a complete beginner. And then 2, what is your advice for how a complete beginner who's never touched a golf club before starts the game of golf? Now, usually what they're gonna say is something like, oh, go to the driving range or buy some lessons, right? You definitely wanna buy some lessons to start out. I'm not against buying lessons to start out, but the big problem, as you may know by now, because I harp on this pretty heavily, pretty much across the industry in golf, everybody thinks that you should buy lessons to start the game of golf, and that's going to teach you how to hit a golf ball. But the reality is, I give a golf club to my not even 2-year-old kid, right? He's 20 months old. I hand him a golf club and put a ball down, and he's gonna run around like it's hockey and swinging, and he's gonna figure out different ways to hit the ball. He's gonna figure out how to hit a ball by himself without any instruction. And the same is true for us, for any age, any capability. You will figure it out if you just put a ball down and hit enough golf balls. You'll learn, oh, this is how it performs better. But that doesn't teach you how to get into the game of golf. There's so much more to it. You won't know how to book a tee time. You won't know the etiquette on course. You won't know what would keep people inviting you back to keep playing golf. So, while I do believe that it's really good to get lessons, it's not a must and it's not the best starting point for the game of golf. But we're going to give this a try. Let's see about how to book a tee time as well as how you should start golf according to these golf courses coast to coast. So first we're going to start with the Robert T. Lynch Municipal Golf Course outside of Boston, Massachusetts. Let's give these folks a call.
Thank you for calling beautiful Brookline, Massachusetts. To make tee times and to see our current conditions, please visit our website at brooklinegolf.com. Please dial 1 to reach the golf shop. Please dial 2 to reach General Manager Justin Lawson.
Golf shop, pro shop, they're
Please
synonymous.
transfer your call.
So we're going to call them. Let's see.
Brookline Golf Course, this is Nick.
Hey Nick, I am a complete beginner to golf. I've never swung a club before, and I was curious of 2 things. Kind of, what's the process to book a tee time? Like, what do I have to do for that? And then the second question is, what is your advice for someone who's never touched a golf club to get started?
I think the first thing you could do is just, instead of, if you've never touched a golf club and you've never actually played, I would suggest coming to the driving range first, kind of, maybe spend like 2 or 3 days on the driving range and kind of, get a marginal understanding of how to hit the ball, and then I would go it. I wouldn't just like go, oh, I've never touched a golf club, I'm going to go play. That's not the way I would do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And is that something I can kind of figure out on my own? Should I get lessons? I guess if you were to build a beginner.
If you want to get lessons, sure. I think that definitely helps. There's obviously costs that are attributed to that.
Yeah.
But absolutely, somebody that's like what we refer to as like a ranked beginner, definitely lessons would be something that you would need.
I would need them. Okay. Okay. I trust you there.
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. And then in a kind of a worst case, or not worst case, but if I just really wanted to go play the game, it just looks so fun to be, out driving the car and, you just having a good time out there. What advice would you have for someone that just wanted to get out as fast as possible? But I don't want to cause any trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you can book a tee time online if you want. That's entirely up to you. I'm just kind of, suggesting that you come to the range first, because that's what I would do.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. And then if I were to book a tee time, it would just be on the website, right? I could call you guys back, or
You'd book it right on the website. It's brooklinegolf.com.
Perfect. Awesome. Hey, thank you so much. You were really helpful.
You got it, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Excellent. Look at that. That's great. He's like, hey, you've never touched the club, go to the driving range. This is exactly what I tell people to do if you've never touched a golf club, or if you have, but it's been some time, whatever it is. If you're a beginner, driving range first. If it's been a long time since you were into the game of golf, go to the driving range and just get some familiarity there. It's not a must to do that, but I highly recommend it. I completely agree with him. Like, yeah, lessons, you could do that. That's great. It helps you, teaches you how to hit a golf ball. But if you just have some familiarity with how to hit a ball before you go onto the golf course, it's going to lessen your stress immensely and lessen the stress of everybody else you're playing with immensely, because there's a lot you need to know with etiquette, with rules, and keeping up pace of play. Putting very simply, if you can keep up with the group and you're not slowing anybody down and you have the etiquette to not disturb someone when they're about to hit their ball, you'll be pretty much just fine. But let's try another golf course. That was a municipal. Let's go to, let's try this one here. We're going to try same area, same region. We're going to try Boston Golf Club. Now, I assume this is a private club. Anytime it's, something golf club or country club, it's usually private. So I can't tell immediately just by Googling their course right here. So let's have a little fun. Let's call them and play that same exact game with Boston Golf Club.
Thank you for calling Boston Golf Club. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For a staff directory, please press the pound key. For the golf shop, press 1. For the
Boston Golf Club, this is JD.
Hey, was that JD?
Yes, sir.
Hi, JD. I'm a complete beginner. I've never even touched a club before, but I really want to get into the game. I don't know where to start. Can you help me out here? Do I just book a tee time with you? What's the best way for someone completely new to get into this game?
Yeah, unfortunately we're a private club, but the best way is probably to book Golf Now, the app, Golf Now on your phone. It's a great app to help find tee times in the area for public golf courses, but unfortunately we're private, so.
Oh, I can't just come. No, not a problem.
No.
I can't just come play out there.
No, unfortunately, no. You got to be a member.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So just
Yeah.
golf now, and that'll just kind of direct me to how to get started in the game.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thanks, JD. I appreciate it.
You got it. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Not true at all. Golfnow.com, excellent app, excellent website. That's where you can book tee times and all that stuff. It is not where you get started in the game. That right there is not true. That's kind of an example, sadly to say, JD, but that's an example of the golf snobbery that you can encounter, especially at a private club. They're not really the most welcoming space to, say, hey, you're a complete beginner. Here's what I would do. Golfnow.com you're going to be lost. It's not going to teach you how to start the game. All it is it brings up golf courses where you can book tee times at different golf courses. That's pretty much it. There's no lessons. There's no etiquette. There's nothing. And this is what's wrong with the golf industry. It's so common. All right. But maybe that was just an oddity, right? That was out in Boston. People have their own opinions about Boston and everything like that. Let's move to the Midwest. Let's say golf course near Omaha, right? That should be a little bit more easygoing folks, more helpful folks. Let's see. We're going to look at, I'm going to let you pick, cameraman. Should we call another country club out here, or should we call a public course?
Country club for sure.
Country club. All right, let's call Oak Hills Country Club and see what they have for a beginner who's never touched a club before and what their guidance is in the game of
Thank you for
golf.
calling Oak Hills Country Club. If you know your desired extension number, you may dial it at any time. To reach the club office, please press 0. For the golf shop, press 1.
Golf shop? Golf shop, pro shop. That's where you want to go. It's like the front desk.
Golf shop to Sam.
Hey, Sam, I'm completely new. I've never even touched a golf club before, but I'm looking around and I really want to get into the game. And I just saw pictures of your guys' golf course and it looks beautiful. Sam, if I feel kind of embarrassed saying this, but if I'm a complete beginner, what do I do? What's the path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. That's a good question. I'm glad you're asking. I'll start off. We are a private course, so I recommend a lot of public courses around the area. But to get into golf, what I recommend is going to any local golf course that has a PGA professional and kind of getting acquainted with them, and then starting lessons or just kind of basic fundamental lessons and maybe questions about the rules of the game and pace of play and kind of all that. That's where I would recommend to start, is just getting with a local PGA professional and kind of getting some of the fundamentals down of the game of golf, and then kind of transitioning into getting more comfortable to play and stuff after that.
Okay, so I wouldn't just book a tee time, Sam. You think the way to go is kind of get some lessons with what was it, a PG?
Yeah, so there's every golf course, at least around Omaha, for the most part, has a PGA professional. So those are the ones that I am one too, but they're the ones that kind of run the facility and teaching and all that. Obviously, certainly feel free at a public course to book a tee time and go out and play if that's what you want to do. But if you're kind of uncomfortable about, not knowing certain things and just wanting to learn the game first, I would recommend that route.
Got it. Okay, Sam. So a PGA, and you said look for a PGA person.
Yeah. So if you call the facility, let's say like, I don't know, just any public course, they'll probably have someone that can get you the right ideas.
Perfect. And then let's say I book a lesson with that PGA person. Well, they're going to teach me how to kind of like the etiquette of the game, or
certainly ask them that. Just be straight up with them, like, hey, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right things out here, and they're going to love that you asked that question, to be honest. So
okay. But usually, if I didn't ask, let's say, because it's kind of overwhelming if I forgot, I guess. What's the lesson? What do they teach? Like lesson one?
For a beginning golfer, like you'll usually start with basic fundamentals of grip, setup, kind of the introduction to the swing, and maybe some things about short game, chipping and putting and all that. Just get you comfortable and some basis of an idea of how that works.
Yeah.
And it's a good start to like, well, this is cool, and then you go from there.
Got it. Okay, so they're going to teach me how to hit a golf ball, basically.
They would help you with that.
They'll help me how to hit a golf. Okay, awesome. Sam, you are so helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
All right, take care.
Have a good day.
Bye. This is how it is. We're going to go. I'm having fun with this, actually, so I'm going to call maybe one more. That was Midwest, so now we need to go, I think, West Coast now with it. But that's, again, a country club. I think Sam out at Oak Hills Country Club in Omaha is fantastic. If you see this and you're able to go learn from somebody, that's the kind of guy you want to learn from. He's obviously very helpful, even though he knew right off the bat, I'm not a member there, and I'm not going to see him most likely at all or be a member at that club, especially not immediately. He was still very helpful, and this is kind of the problem. As helpful as Sam is and was, the problem isn't Sam. It's just the golf world as a whole. To start the game of golf, they're going to teach you the basics, the grip, and how to chip and putt, and how to hit a golf ball. But again, I can give a club to my 2-year-old or my 4-year-old, and they can figure out how to hit a golf ball. Is it going to be the perfect grip or the perfect swing or anything? No, but they can figure that out on their own. What they can't figure out, especially not quickly, is what the etiquette is, how to keep pace of play and make sure that you get invited back where you're actually very welcome to be out there. And that's the problem. I can go out and pay lessons, like Sam said, with a PGA Pro, and this isn't to bash PGA Pros. I love what they do. It's just a massive gap that's not really filled out there, and that's what we're aiming to do here with How You Golf. Is this is how you actually golf. It's not just hitting a ball. You can figure that out on your own. I do think you should get lessons down the road, but starting out, if you want a quick entry into the game, lessons is not the way to go, especially if they don't start off teaching you the etiquette, how to book a tee time and everything like that you need to know to actually play the game. All they're teaching you is how to hold a golf club, how to hit a golf ball, and that's it. Unless you ask, like Sam said. So, all right, moving on. Let's go West Coast. Cameraman, where should we go?
Chambers Bay.
Chambers Bay Golf Course. Ooh. This is a special golf course. It is public, although it's very highly ranked. Terrific golf club. Not a golf club, not private, but a golf course. The professionals out there, they've played a tournament out here, a big golf tournament, and this is a sweet golf course. So let's see what Chambers Bay has for us.
Thank you for calling Chambers Bay, home of Championship Links Golf in the Pacific Northwest and host site of 7 USGA National Championships, including the 2015 U.S. Open. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. If you know your party's extension, press 1. To book golf starting times, please visit us online at chambersbaygolf.com or press 2. For the Chambers Bay Grill, please press 3. For information on hosting weddings, private dining, or group golf outings, please press 4. For the golf shop, please press 5.
There we go. I hope it's not Chris that answers. Then I'd be out.
Chambers Bay Golf Shop, this is Jason.
Hey Jason, I'm kind of embarrassed about this, but I'm a complete beginner. I've never even held a golf club before, to be honest, and I just want to know kind of how should I start? Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to just like select a time to play? What do I do to get started in this game?
Honestly, gosh, there's just millions and millions of ways you can get started. I would honestly recommend coming in one of these days on like a not so busy, like middle of the week time, probably like 12 o'clock noonish, if that's like sometime, and come talk to the head pro and just kind of get a little rundown about the game and whatnot. And he could definitely go out and swing a club with you once or twice and see how it feels and see what you think. But honestly, just getting a club in your hand and just swinging, lots of YouTube. That's honestly what I recommend the most. Just having something in your hand and practicing a swing and just kind of YouTube university it.
Okay, so just get a golf club and start swinging that, and then watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah, a lot of just beginner YouTube stuff on just the basics, nothing crazy. Just how to hold the golf club.
Yeah.
Kind of where to put your feet when you're standing over the ball.
Got it. Okay, so I should just figure out how to hit a golf ball is kind of what I should do first.
I mean, yes and no. Honestly, another good one is kind of look into lessons and different stuff like that.
Okay.
We offer some pretty good ones. It's on our website, as well as some of the other local courses offer like a beginner class.
Okay, and then in that beginner class, what sort of stuff do they teach there?
Like beginner, like how we're addressing the ball when we stand over it, how to properly hit the ball and bring the club back, and just kind of all the literal basic first day holding the golf club classes.
Got it. Oh, okay. So they're teaching everything about how to hit a golf ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Are they going to teach me like I don't know, anything else? Because it seems like there's so many rules and regulations, I think, or just golf etiquette. Do they teach any of that or?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That class is going to give you just the most basic but wide variety of golf knowledge you'd need to kind of start a start your golf career, I guess you could say.
Okay, so they would teach me how to hit a golf ball. They're going to teach me the etiquette. They're going to teach all of that stuff, and that's built into the first lessons there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that like beginning class would be probably spread out through a couple, but yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I saw something online that was saying, you know, it's kind of important for, what did they call it? Like the speed that you, how fast you, or
Oh, your pace of play.
pace of play. That's it. Yeah. Do they teach that?
Yeah, kinda. It's just kind of like a keeping up with the group in front of you, kind of knowing when to give up on the hole and whatnot.
Oh, okay. And
But that's they'll teach you all about that kind of stuff.
they do teach that? Okay.
Mhm.
Great. And I think there's one more question I had. I don't remember. Gosh, I don't remember. I don't know. Jason, that was so helpful. Oh, that was the question.
Sweet.
When we're talking etiquette and if I could feel kind of scared, like I'll go out, have a time, and I would just kind of make other people mad and not get invited back.
No, that's the good thing about golf. Most people, you're not out there getting paid. You're sitting in a cart, drinking a beer or two, having fun, playing golf. It's most of the time, most people don't take it too serious. And even if you're not the best golfer, I mean, it's as long as you're not making it known that, oh, I'm the new guy. Let's all. Most of the time, you're not going to run into those kind of people that, even though you're new, like, oh, don't ever invite him back out. As long as you've got a little bit of etiquette on the game, and you're not a complete, just, I don't know. It's definitely don't be scared to try it out and all that, just because of etiquette and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I shouldn't tell them that I'm a beginner.
I mean, it definitely wouldn't hurt, and then they could honestly give you some pointers as well, kind of help you keep up with the group.
The pace, you said, right? Pace
of play.
Pace of the game, or pace of play. That's what it's called. Awesome, Jason. Thank you so much. You were really helpful. I appreciate that.
Sweet. I'm glad I was able to help you out today.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Hey, pretty good. Jason was pretty good there. A couple things I don't actually buy there. Your beginner lessons, they're not going to teach the rules and the etiquette and everything like that unless you ask. In my experience, most beginner lessons, now it can vary, obviously, teacher to teacher. It could vary if you're having like a group lesson that they do, you know, they'll market like, hey, your intro to golf beginner thing like this. Sometimes they could touch on etiquette, but they usually don't cover in your beginner lessons anything beyond the basics of hitting a golf ball, the grip, the posture, how to swing the club, the different types of club, that sort of thing. It's very much about hitting the golf ball and a lot less about how to belong and how to interact. Now, you heard him kind of backtrack where he said, don't tell them you're a beginner. And then when I asked him again, he's like, well, yeah, you can tell them you're a beginner and maybe they'll offer some tips and things like that. I think it's so helpful to tell your playing partner, your group, hey, I'm a complete beginner. Everybody's been there. We all remember our first times. And when you do that, you're setting the proper expectation. And everybody thinks that a beginner knows nothing about the game, about etiquette, about anything. But you're going to go out there because you're in this course, of course. You're going to go out there and you're going to have some lingo, some terminology, some understanding of the etiquette, and you're going to show this to them, and it's going to be so superior to typical beginners, because even the beginners that start with lessons, they just learn how to kind of hold the club and hit a ball. They don't learn the etiquette. They don't learn what makes you a good person to be around. You don't have to hit a single good golf shot to be invited back and be somebody that they love to have in their group as they play golf. That's the thing, and that's what these lessons aren't teaching to start out. But not for you. We're going at it at the most important parts. Okay, so we went coast to coast. And I think the big takeaway here, coast to coast, is there's still golf snobs everywhere. There's still people who are going to direct you with the best intentions. They're going to direct you to where they think you should start in your game of golf, because it's been that way for hundreds of years. Start by taking lessons. Start with your intro lessons. I don't think that's a terrible thing to do. I want to be clear about that. But I don't think it's the best thing to do. Unless you are planning to take this on forever and ever and ever, and you're like, I'm so bought in and I want to be a really good golfer as fast as I can. Yes, you need to go get some lessons and learn how to hit a ball. if you're just entering this game and you're like, the social aspect, or, it's networking, or there's something other than I want to be the best golfer that I could possibly be and maybe go compete and all that stuff, that's a category in its own. If you're anything else, the best thing you could do is learn some rules, learn the lingo, and learn the etiquette so that you go out there and you understand that if you hit a bad shot, or if you hit 2 bad shots, or he mentioned there when to give up. That's kind of silly, but it's more like when to give up the whole, meaning I hit so many bad shots and I'm slowing everybody down because I hit a bad shot that only went 10 feet, another one went 10 feet, another one went 10 feet. That's like, okay, pick it up and go continue the game when you're close to the green, to where you're not slowing everybody down. You're still gonna play, but you're gonna pick your ball up and move it up there because you're struggling back here, so we're gonna keep the pace of play. That's the sort of thing that they don't really teach in your intro lessons for most instructors, that you should know right off the bat, and that's gonna make you feel much more welcome. Nobody cares if you hit horribly as long as you keep the pace of play. So there we go. We went coast to coast. We went to get the feel for what people are going to tell you when you are a complete beginner and how to begin. And we had the experience of the golf snob at the country club out there that's like, yeah, you can't come here and, go figure it out on your own. We had the go to golfnow.com, and that's going to teach you how to get started in the game, which is not true at all. And then we had the very welcoming and like, oh, cool, here's how I would do it. There's different ways to go about it. You could go lessons, and then, the YouTube Online Academy, as he said, YouTube College or whatever he called it. I don't recommend that unless it's from very well-respected individuals in the golf industry. Not just anybody on YouTube. Make sure that it's like, okay, they've been at it they have some background, some career. They've been in the industry for a long time, whether as competitors, as instructors, or whatever it may be. Don't just go to YouTube University and figure out, okay, I'm gonna just watch these videos. You could get sent down the wrong path with that. So hopefully this helps you get ready to book your first tee time and see that there are golf snobs out there, but you don't have to deal with that. And this is how you're going to get yourself set up in booking your first tee time, whether it's online or calling into the pro shop. And here's to your very next round of golf.